Hey guys, just want to give you a quick update on Abel. I got my ratcheting binders today, so those will be going on each corner of the shelter and then down to the bed. Last night I pulled in a DC power cable for the 1,000-watt inverter that's going to be inside the shelter. You can see it there. I've got to get that wired up. Here, so I got a nice looking fuse block for it with some mini A&L fuses, so that should work out pretty good. Let's get these Mad Max style ratcheting chain binders on and see how that turns out. Alright guys, I was able to get these chains on, but there's such a tight space here I had to use a 5,500-pound carabiner to get them connected. There just wasn't room for the chain hook under there to grab on, so I got to get the binders on them here. They're still in pieces. I'm gonna grease them up and put them on, and this thing should look pretty freaking mean. Alright guys, I think that looks more appropriate. It's all ratcheted down. I'll have to drive it around a bit, see if any slack comes out, and then tighten that down. But the way I've got it set up is they can't loosen or tighten any further because they're behind the side panels here, which is what my idea was the whole time. So that worked out perfect. One other thing I forgot to tell you guys is I got some seat heaters, but I only bought them for the switches because those Forester seats that I put in have seat heaters in them, but they don't have the switches or the wiring. So I'm going to use the wiring out of here, see if that makes it work. Most likely it will. And then I have seat heaters in Abel. If not, I've got seat heaters right here that I can put in, but that'll be for another time. Also have a little bit of fun stuff here to install somewhere, which is kind of fitting for the vehicle. And the shelter is going to get an old license plate of mine glued onto it up towards the top right there, right above the nomenclature plate. I'm going to glue this bad boy up there. That'll look pretty neat. Might get in trouble for that, but oh well, that's all part of the fun, right? Aside from that, I don't have much else for you guys for today. I'll catch up with you on the next filming session. That's the end for today. Alright guys, I'm back. I got a few things to do today. I want to get power set up in here so I can get the fridge turned on and then see if it drains the batteries overnight, because that would be bad. I don't think it will. This only pulls 1.2 amps, but we'll see. The other thing I want to do is get these cases mounted on the back of the shelter outdoors. They're waterproof cases and airtight, kind of like giant Pelican cases. And I think I figured out a way to mount them out there, but we will see. So those are a couple things I want to get set up, and let's get started. Alright guys, took me about 20 minutes, but I got the interior portion wired. 800 watt inverter with 1600 watt peak surge. Let's see, now I gotta go out to the battery box and wire that up. Alright guys, that one worked. The DeWalt one works. It's showing 194 watts right now, and the fridge, it peaked out at like almost 800, like 750 watts when the compressor first turned on, and then the inverter made some beeping noises, and then it went back down and it was fine. So I purposely tried to default the inverter to make it fail, and it's not failing, it's holding. So we'll keep this one. I got another one coming for the cab tomorrow for the air conditioner that we're going to put in the cab, so that's coming from Amazon though, and it got really good reviews. So we'll keep the DeWalt one in here, and then we'll use the other one in the cab. Alright guys, I got back home. It's almost midnight, and I finally got this all wired up. The fridge is pulling 183 watts right now because it's running, but it shuts off quite often once it reaches its cooling point. But I think I'm going to cut the episode off right here. I've been at this for 3 or 4 days, showing you some small snippets, and I'll make another video here this weekend when we go up to wherever it is we end up going. So that'll be it for this episode, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.